Hey guys, it's Mr. Samine, and today we're going to discuss experiment 1.4, which is the Sand and Air Lab. So the purpose of experiment 1.4 is to determine the percentage of air in a sample of sand. In other words, if you pour sand into a graduated cylinder, you're trying to figure out how much of that sample of sand in the graduated cylinder is sand and how much of it is air. So one of the things that we need to realize in this experiment is that when you pour sand into any container, all of the volume of that sand isn't just pure sand. Some of it is also air. So if we take a look at the picture on the left here, this is a close-up picture of sand. So you can see that it's made up of tiny little grains. Those grains, some of them are round, some of them are angular, and there's space, there's airspace between those different grains of sand. So you can think of it similar to like a ball pit. So in a ball pit, the round balls don't all fit together perfectly so that there's spaces of air between the balls. It's the same way that the sand and air works. So in this experiment, we're trying to figure out how much air is in that sand. So given a sample of sand, given a volume of sand, how much of that sand, that sample of sand is actually air. So when you pour sand into a graduated cylinder, 100% of that volume of that sample is sand and air. So if you pour 35 milliliters of sand into a graduated cylinder, so you pour sand until it reaches the 35 milliliter mark, not all of that's sand. It is sand and air. So we need to write a procedure. We need to do a procedure where we determine what percentage of that is air.